Going on, y'all? In my hands, I have the new MacBook Air. I got early access to a unit, so we're gonna jump into this unboxing because if you're as excited as I am, I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble about it. And before we dive in and taking a quick look at the packaging, on the sides you have the word MacBook Air, or you have the Apple logo. So that's gonna adorn the sides of the box. And then along the bottom, you have some information about the computer. But yeah, let's get on in this. All right, so what I have here is the new gold. This gold in which they released for the new MacBook Airs is not the same shade as the previous gen, and is not quite the shade either of the new iPhone XS's. It's almost like in a league of its own, but it looks good, and that's what counts. So let me go ahead and peel this off because I have to hold it before I get into the rest of the box. Wow, this looks good, man. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're gonna cross compare these golds. It's just about the same shade of gold as my phone, so it's not too different. And then that's the side, if you can see it. They definitely complement each other. I'm gonna put the MacBook to the side. It's so light. I think it only weighs like 2.75 pounds. And I love how thin it is, like, geez. So enough drooling at the new MacBook Air. Let's see what we get in the packaging. Ooh, now this is different, y'all. We actually have gold apples, golden apples. This is something that people have been requesting for the apples to match the product. So we got it, Apple, man. It's the little thing. You also have your pamphlet giving you more information about the MacBook Air. So, you know, typical, but not typical packaging there. And then you also have your USB-C cord. And then we have our power brick. So yeah, I wanna say that's everything. The cable, the power adapter, and the pamphlet. So let me clean up my little area here first. I'm in my hotel unboxing this, so you gotta bear with me. But yeah, this is so light. I mean, I have the 2016 15-inch MacBook Pro, and yeah, going from that to this is definitely different. Now, some of the changes that are on the new MacBook Air include Touch ID. So now you're able to actually unlock your computer using your fingerprint just as you can on the new MacBook Pros. And it's still super secure because it has that T2 chip inside. Now, next to your fingerprint reader, you do have your shortcut buttons to different things like the screen brightness and media playback. So you won't find any touch bar options on the new MacBook Airs. But while we're looking at this keyboard, something else that is different is the trackpad. So the trackpad is a little bit larger than what it was on the previous generation. We also now have black bezels because you have a retina display, and also better speakers because these get about, I think, 25% louder. And I have tested them, and I will say, they do sound good, real good. Another change on the MacBook Air can be found on the keyboard, as it has been improved with the new butterfly mechanism, which is going to give you a lot more stability. And I can't forget the ports, because on this you have two USB-C ports along the left-hand side, and then along the right-hand side you have one headphone jack. It's offered in 3 color variations, so you have gold, silver, or space gray. There's also an improvement on the battery, so you have up to 12 hours of surfing the web, or you can take advantage of up to 13 hours of iTunes movie playback. And inside the new MacBook Airs, you're gonna find an 8th generation Intel dual-core processor alongside a 1.6 dual-core Intel Core i5 processor. And you have the option to configure it between 8 or 16 gigs. And if you find that you need a lot of storage, you can actually upgrade this to a 1.5 terabyte SSD. As for pricing, it starts at $11.99 and it's available for order today, but you cannot get it in store until November 7th. I'm just so excited to set this up and actually, you know, start using it and giving you a little bit more insight on what type of person this computer might be best for. Because I know I use a lot of pro applications like Final Cut, Lightroom, Photoshop, and I typically edit off of my 15-inch MacBook Pro, which I dock at home. But I've always wanted something lighter, more portable, travel-friendly, but still has a lot of power inside of it. And I don't think we're gonna get any smaller than this, at least on the Apple lineup of things, for a computer that still packs a lot of power. This is like the perfect medium between my iPad and my MacBook Pro in terms of size and power. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this one. I just really wanted to unbox this on camera and share that experience with you. And it has been an amazing day, and I'm just super excited to be out here for the Apple keynote and be able to like go from watching it on my couch and doing a recap at home to seeing it in person. It's just, I don't know, speechless. Just amazing opportunity, and I appreciate Apple for inviting me out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up and set up this computer and check it out. But if you're interested in seeing some more content, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.